Hey everybody, and welcome back to KuriosityPlus. Today we're watching Foundation, episode 10. The episode is titled The Leap, and this is actually the final episode of season 1. Just finished watching the last episode, so let's just hop into this one and get to watching.
My mother used to say that going to sleep was a leap of faith. Our souls wander when we dream. Also, she told me, climbing from our cradle is another leap. So is leaving the comfort of home. For some, it's setting sail. Hurtling ourselves into the void. We send messages into space, hoping someone will answer, praying we find safe harbor over the horizon.
Anacreon and Thespis, you've been at each other's throats so long, the origin of your enmity is almost irrelevant. Thespin king, newly wed to an Anacreon huntress. The two emerging powers of the Outer Reach united in marriage.
You get Thespin dog slit her throat on their wedding bed.
So the legend goes. History is written by the victor, and neither of you seem to be winning.
There was a witness.
The only witness, an Anacreon handmaid who testified that King Throyanthark got drunk the night of the wedding, and in a fit of rage murdered your huntress.
The handmaid lied.
On her deathbed, the handmaid made a confession. The real murderer was Cleon II. He saw where this new alliance could lead, so he had his Shadow Master seduce the handmaiden, drug the newlyweds, murder your huntress, and implicate your king. Where's Gale?
She never made it to Terminus.
You are...
Salva Hardin. I'm the one who opened the vault and who wrestled that damn ship onto our doorstep.
As for the mystery of the Invictus, its appearances were one of the first tests I gave my predictive models.
I am grateful, Brother Dusk,
that I saved our dynasty from infiltration. I wonder, Day, if you'd stayed on Trantor and not traveled to the Maiden, would you have apprehended his differences?
the more important question is, what do we do now? We're still unraveling the exact methodology, but apparently they corrupted your nanoparticle regimen some time ago. Your DNA has been altered in a dozen ways. You look like us. You sound like us.
Used to steal away and watch hollows of you, eating breakfast, sitting in the throne room. I counted how often you smiled at your subjects, whether you sat with your hands together or apart, how often you drank from your cup at meals. I knew even then that I wasn't like you.
So the curation, everything we've been doing here has all been for nothing.
Not for nothing, Mari. Your time here on Terminus hasn't been wasted. It got you out from under the Empire's grasp. It hardened you. But the Foundation was never about curating knowledge. It was about curating people.
If we embrace this destiny of yours, the Empire will be here within weeks.
He's right. They were already investigating the comms buoy. It's only a matter of time before they send reinforcements.
The Empire won't come. Not yet. Not if they think you're already dead. Take the Invictus to the far side of your star, activate the quantum drive, and maintain your position in subspace.
The energy signature would read as a mega flare. Mega flare would wipe out all life in the system.
What's it like to die? Care. Did you see anything?
Those are complex questions.
Then answer a simple one. How'd you get here?
I swallowed a pill containing millions of self-replicating molecular machines. As per my mortality directive, my casket was jettisoned out into space. Those machines began breaking down my body tissue into all its constituent elements. Then those machines recycled those elements, scooping up more material, ice, micrometeoroids, etc., assembling the vault's internal scaffolding.
I'm sorry he didn't know you. All these years, thinking the ghost was talking to me. But if the visions weren't coming from him, then who were they coming from? No one.
Would he come from Gale? Would he come from her?
You
I
are
wonder.
special, Salva.
In the months that followed, the children of the Outer Reach took Harry's words to heart, setting aside hatred in favor of strength. It takes more power to build than to burn, and Harry wanted them to build. As for the Invictus, Hugo Crast, of all people, became its captain. He took it to the far side of their star and generated a mega flare, allowing the Foundation to be free.
Who was the girl from the water planet?
On the slow ship, we had a seed bank program. It wasn't safe bringing a baby to term in space, so we banked our eggs and embryos as insurance against the future. Chose one from a controversial donor.
Gail Dornick.
I got to know her a little before we lost her. She had a remarkable mind.
And the father?
Rage Foss.
I've seen them both as children. Escaped in a cryopod. Where?
I was still early on in our journey. It would have been somewhere along the Orion Spur.
Mom, I have to try and find her. I'm worried if I don't go now, I'll never find the courage again.
When you find her, give her this. It was always meant to be hers.
Empire?
Damn your courtly deportment, boy. You almost brought us down.
During my time away, I had much opportunity to reflect upon our dynasty. Went to sleep in one sector of the galaxy, then awoke in another. Met pilgrims who had worked their whole lives just to walk a spiral of salt in the hopes that they might be granted a vision before they die. We were challenged by a woman who claimed that a soul incapable of change is a soul doomed to stagnation. I believe Selden himself implied something similar. It is time the dynasty bent. Just a little.
Our entire empire is built on imperishable permanence. If the Galactic Council discovers our dynastic thread is broken,
never
we
know.
are
We
through!
could learn from this, perhaps even benefit from a slightly...
Benefit?
Mademoiselle? Please don't let them kill me.
I won't.
Psychohistory predicted...
Psychohistory? We are empire! History bends to us! No!
I am loyal, Empire. The Cleonic dynasty above all else.
You can dispose of the body yourself. I expect another one incarnated and up to speed by breakfast tomorrow.
Rebels' plans to undermine the dynasty appeared to be more extensive than we first believed. I thought the gene editing was limited solely to Dawn's person. It was done after he was incarnated. It seems they've adulterated the source itself.
And all replacement clones
are no longer pure copies.
Entering Synaxian aerospace.
Initiate re-entry.
Secure for re-entry.
Is that Sauron?
Hey, can you hear me? What were you doing down there? The readout said you'd been in cryo over a century.
I crash landed. Came looking for someone. You.
What?
My name is Salvor Hardin. I'm your daughter. Sure, this belongs to you.
Sometimes you leap. Sometimes someone catches you.
Alright, so that was episode 10. This episode was actually pretty decent itself too. Basically in this episode, we basically see Harry tell the Anarchians and the Thespians and Foundation that they should all come together and work together to repair the Invictus. We see Salvor leave and go looking for Gale after she finds out that Raish and Gale are basically her parents. And then we basically see Cleon, the Dawn, be killed by Desmazel after they basically was gonna let him live. Dust didn't really like that too much. Then at the end of the episode, we see Gale get to the planet after 138 years in cryo, floating through space. She gets back to her planet, lands, and basically sees that her village has flooded and the water level has risen. But she sees like a red flashing light in the water, so she goes down, dives down to see what it is, and come to find out it's another pod, and that pod contains Salvor, who had crash landed there over a century ago, which is also so long. Like, that is so long to spend in cryo. And basically, the episode ended with Salvor telling Gail that she's her daughter. So yeah, that's how the season ended. I don't know if this show is getting a season 2. Actually, I would think it would, because For All Mankind got a season 2, and Ted Lasso and The Good Morning Show got a season 2. So I don't see why this one wouldn't, unless like viewership is really that low. Anyways, that was the whole show. It was actually pretty good. Yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.